Hi, this is Professor CC19, and in a video a while back, a few months ago, I answered random questions. It covered a variety of topics, all totally random. I answered every question that was generated, and today we're going to be doing that again. I figured this is a fun special extra. You guys liked it before, so I'm going to do it again today. But honestly, I do have an ulterior motive for making this video. I just redid the decor in my room, and it is late at night, and I installed some amazing lights, and I just wanted to sit in here with the door closed and do something fun and different, and that's, this video is what I came up with. So I'm relaxing in the ambiance of a beautifully well-lit room without any of the actual lights turned on. Anyway, we're going to be exploring a few different random question generators today. Before I get started, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. However, I will remind you that the button is right there and that I put out a lot of great content, including special extra videos like this, along with my regular Candy Crush and Algodoo almost every day. Trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so I'd appreciate it if you could help me out with that. Now let's get into it. We're going to try a couple different generators. No question is off limits. I will be discreet if there's any personal information, and I will say in advance I'm not sponsored by anything if there are any pop-up ads that may come up. Okay, let's start with this one, conversationstartersworld.com, and this random question generator, where I actually have to search to find the question. Here it is. Which fictional add choices? My goodness. Get rid of this. Add choices. Okay, I'm not gonna focus on that. Which fictional villain is your favorite? Ooh, that's a good question, and that's a tough question for me because I don't really watch a lot of like Marvel superhero things. Fictional villain. I guess it would have to be like from a Disney movie? Actually, no. I don't know. Oh, I do know. It's not a Disney movie, but it is an animated film. It came out a couple years ago, Despicable Me 3, and the retro villain in that movie, Balthazar Brat. That's probably my favorite fictional villain. Out of all the movies, that was the most entertaining villain, I think. Even though the third Despicable Me wasn't my favorite, the second was my favorite. Comment down below any of your answers to these questions. That honestly just came off the top of my head. That's the first one I could think of. Comment below your answers to these questions or your thoughts on my answers. What would you do if you knew for a fact that World War III was going to start in 3 months? Well, maybe this website knows more than we do. We only got 3 months left to go in 2020, so, well, if there's any time for World War III to start, it'd be the very end of this year. As of today that I'm filming this, 3 months from now would be Christmas Day, 2020. Oh, joy. What would I do if I knew for a fact that World War III was going? I don't know. That's a weird question. I guess I would try to warn people, like if I was going to warn people to take shelter or to be prepared for it or try and get it to go viral so that it wouldn't start. If it was for a fact going to start, I'm not sure what I would do. If I just had that knowledge, I would do whatever I can to try and prevent it from happening. But this year, who knows? That might not be possible. Next question. What would a world populated by clones of you be like? Oh dear. It would be a very... Oh my, that's a weird... It would be a very colorful world. I will say that, because, like I said, I just redid the decor in my room and added some very colorful lights that I found the other day. They're really nice. So it would be a very colorful world, that would be for sure. Clones of me. I am rather thin. I do not eat healthy. I like to eat, so it puzzles me why I'm so thin still. So a lot of food would get consumed in that world. I guess it would be kind of a more traditional world, still kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know what else I could say to that question. It would just be a bunch of me. I don't know. Clones have to have the same personality or what, but yeah. What would the world populated by clones of you be like? Leave that in the comments below. What would you do if you... Oh, wait, we just got that. Oh, dear. How far should governments go to prevent its citizens from causing harm to themselves? So I'm not sure about the grammar in that question, but... I don't like to talk politics that much. I used to, but I don't like to anymore on this channel. I never really thought about that. I've heard stories about that before from people who I've met about this kind of thing and issues regarding people causing harm to themselves, but I never really thought about the government playing a role, because you see on the TV ads all the time, paid for by taxpayer dollars, and a lot of the time they seem like things that the government shouldn't be having to tell you. But I think that issue is probably pretty important. I think that the government should be pretty involved in that. Not enough to interfere in people's lives, but just to make sure people are okay. It's always always to encourage people to talk to people, to be considerate, to be kind, to be observant, see if other people are right. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that one. I didn't expect to go so deep. What do you consider a wasted life? Oh my. I am going to be done with this generator in a moment. I am not liking these questions. These are strange. What do I consider a wasted life? A life that... Oh... I don't know, because I like people, but I also appreciate time alone. So I don't know if I could say specifically being an introvert or being an extrovert. I guess a wasted life would be not being willing to try new things, to create things yourself, to be unkind to people and to not have any friends, or to overdo friendships and lose friendships. I guess that would be a wasted life. That's what I would consider it. Anyway, leave your comments below to these somewhat unusual questions. Let's go to the next one, randomwordgenerator.com. And this is the one I think, this is the one we did before. Okay, what bad decision did you make that actually turned out to be a good decision? Oh, I got a story. I don't know if it turned out necessarily to be a good decision. It probably wasn't, but it worked out. This is a good story. So, a couple years ago, I was in a college English class. It was advanced writing or something like that. And the final research paper was worth 35%, I believe, of the entire course grade. So really important. Everything else in that class up to that point would be considered moot if I had not gotten a good grade on the final paper. And unfortunately, I am a procrastinator. I am one who, though I don't do it in outdoorsy things, I do kind of like to live life on the edge. I don't know if I like it per se, but I do it a lot, so I must. But yeah, I waited very long, far too long, to begin work on the research paper. I wound up actually writing the final research paper on a real deep subject, a very medical subject, believe it or not, on the final day, the 2-hour period before class. I got a 95, so I got an A. And I got an A in the whole class by a margin of 2 points out of almost 2,000. So that is my bad decision, kind of good decision story. It worked out. Okay, here, generate random question. What technology... we got this question before. We got it in the last video. I like hovercraft technology. Technology maybe to stream more effectively. to connect with other people effectively or more effectively online. What's the last thing you broke and how did it happen? I haven't broken anything in a while. I broke things when I was little. I broke a antique shot glass. That was a miserable experience because it was kind of a family memento, but we kind of replaced it. What else? What else? I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking no, that wasn't really broken. I haven't broken anything in a while. I broke a cereal bowl one day when I was alone. I wasn't home alone. I was in the house when everyone else went outside for a minute, and I had somehow maneuvered the bowl of cereal to the edge of the table, and it broke. And I continued to eat the cereal off the floor. Yeah, I was dumb. Just that one day, because Apple Jacks are good even if they're off the floor. I guess that's all I have to say about that. Do you have a special project you're currently working on? I guess that would have to be the 2020-2021 Winter Marble Alg Olympics hosted by the Mystic Twisters. Qualifiers coming probably December, and then events coming soon thereafter. I also have to consider the 15 Days of Christmas Countdown. Still far out, but it's less than 3 months now. A special project. I look forward to that every year, even though I didn't do it the one year. But I will look to see if Susie Fuller, my Candy Crush counterpart, might be interested in doing the Christmas Countdown with me. No guarantees, but I will see. I will look into that. How much damage could your best friend do to you if you ever had a falling out? Not that much. I don't have any friends. Okay, I'm kind of kidding there. Actually, I'm not. I'm not kidding. I haven't really been in touch in a friendship with anyone for the past few months. It's kind of sad, honestly. For the friends that I had before the pandemic, I don't think they could do that much damage to my reputation. I don't think they could hurt my reputation online or anything. It might be awkward in some scenarios, like with my family, but I don't know. I don't think I could really be damaged from any friend. What's something about you today that the old you would find surprising? The old me. Honestly, having this channel, I would have to say. Several years ago, I was very uneducated when it came to technology and computers. Had no real devices of my own. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking back too far, honestly. But just the amount of time and the amount of knowledge that I've acquired regarding technology that's allowed me to take a venture to start my channel in the first place and then to progressively improve upon it and start streaming now. I think that old me would find that surprising, that I've stuck with this for so long. And that I've grown so much. And again, trying to reach 1,000 subs, it would be an amazing finish to 2020 for me. What about you seems to get the most comments about? Well, if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below. That might answer this question for me. What about me seems to... it used to be it used to be that I look like my mother. And I think it still is, because I do look a lot like my mother, and people say that all the time. My voice used to be very high-pitched, and you might be able to catch that if you see one of the very first videos on my channel that I've kind of deleted, but I've kept a few. My voice was very high-pitched, and whenever I answered the phone, because my family used to have a landline, whoever was calling looking for my mother, thought my high-pitched voice was a woman and that I was my mother. And it was always very fun to embarrass them by saying, no, this is a boy. And they'd be like, oh, sorry. Yeah, it's fun to have one of those little tools that you can really easily embarrass someone, especially someone who you really don't want calling in the first place because they're just spam calls. What's something that you think you may have been the only person in the world to ever do? Well, I did a challenge once on my channel. I'll maybe put the link in the description where I named all 60 states and capitals in their pair. Pardon that. 50 states and capitals in 60 seconds. That's what I meant to say. I don't know if anyone else has ever done that, but I did do that. I know that no one else in the world has scored a 106,000 or above on Angry Birds Mine and Dine level 16.7, I think it is. Close to that. But yeah, I used to be a big Angry Birds player, and I do have one best score in the world on one level. That's one thing I know no one else in the world has ever done. What is something that you would really like to try again? Is that like food? Is that like food, like something I've had before and I'd like to taste again? In that case, it would be macarons, the cookies with like the cream in the middle. I know I've had one before. I do not remember where. I know it was delicious, but I've never really gotten the opportunity to have them again. I think they're really expensive too, so something I would really like to try again. Also with food, probably Longhorn Steakhouse. I love their food. I love seafood. I went there for my birthday last year, and all the food was amazing. I had like jalapeno chili and steak, loaded mashed potatoes. Love the loaded. Lobster mac and cheese and chocolate lava cake. I had all that food, and somehow I wasn't sick that night. Someone else in my family got food poisoning, so that was kind of sad. And that makes me think that we're never going back to that restaurant again. So something I would like to try again, but probably won't get to. What's also kind of funny about Longhorn is how big their steak knives are. Like, these are knives that you'd use in the bush in Australia. That's how big their knives are. If this question is talking about something that I failed in the past that I'd like to try again, a few days of my life, I guess I could say that. Nothing specific. I don't want to be negative. And if anything, the story should be funny, and I don't think anything from that would wind up being funny. If there are 100 people, how many would be more patient than you? Waiting for something. I don't know. It depends if I have my phone and can have access to Candy Crush and or YouTube. If that's the case, I could maybe be more patient than 75 of them, I'll say. If I didn't, I would be maybe more patient than like 20. I do not like being in one place with no purpose for a longer period of time. It's very annoying. If you had the opportunity to look through someone's email without them knowing, would you? I will say yes, because I've honestly done that before. Not with anybody that I didn't know, though. I only have done that with my family, but only on rare occasion when I knew there was supposed to be an email coming or something like that. But honestly, yes, if it came down to it. Don't worry, I'm not going to look at yours. I'm not a hacker. If you were to devote your life to art, what type of art would that be? And I think this is a type of art, videography, creating videos, editing videos. I think this has been very fun for me. I enjoy it, and I like that. What's a food you vow never to eat? Ooh, that's a good one. There's actually a few. Coleslaw. I hate coleslaw, and I know that's weird because everyone loves coleslaw around me. All my family loves coleslaw. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand the smell. It makes me want to throw up. Yeah, I will never eat that. Split pea soup gives me a headache. It doesn't make me sick per se. I can eat it. I have eaten it before, but I do not want to ever eat it again. The smell of split pea soup literally, physically gives me a headache and prevents me from thinking or focusing on whatever I'm doing. There's some other foods I don't like celery. I don't like cantaloupe. That's one of the few fruits I don't like. Not a big fan of bananas, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know. Of all the things that I have never tried or just have eaten and would never eat again, I guess the ones I listed are ones I've tried but would never eat again. What do you find extremely difficult that most people find simple? Oh my. See, I don't know about most people. Because, I mean, other people in my family, one person in particular in my family finds a lot of things relatively simple that I might find difficult. I don't know about that one. Extremely difficult. I might have to come back to this one. I cannot think of what that might be at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to continue from there. What is something you feel is unacceptable that is still being done today? Oh. I don't know if I should say this. I don't want to get into politics or anything like that in detail that would cause a fight or cause hate. But I have something in mind. It starts with an A, and I don't think it should be acceptable at all. Where was your secret hiding place as a child? I had a couple. I think I was under my bed sometimes. That wasn't always the best hiding spot because I didn't really like being there. Secret hiding place as a child. There had to be another spot. See, I don't live in a huge house. My house is like pretty open. There's not that many places to hide, so there was not really very many opportunities to have secret hiding places. A few years ago, I mean, I'm older now, but I still find it practical to have a hiding spot, and I can still fit into some rather tight places. Closets are actually really effective. I know it seems kind of childish, but it's really helpful if you can just tuck into a closet, listen to other people talk, and not have to deal with them. Yeah. Take my advice. That actually might come in handy, honestly. When was your last memorable sunrise that I witnessed? You gotta go a long way back, because I am not an early riser. I do not like to get up early. It was a couple years ago, 2 years ago, 2018, early middle August. My family and I took a trip to Ohio and Kentucky. We saw Churchill Downs, Kentucky Derby Stadium. And we left super early in the morning, and I caught a picture of the sunrise through the back window of our car in a town nearby. So yeah, that's my most memorable sunrise. Probably my most memorable sunrise ever, honestly. If you had to wear a hat for the next week, what type of hat would you choose? Baseball cap. I like wearing baseball caps. I have several of them. I got a new one a couple weeks ago, so it's really nice. It's red and blue. If you could change the length of each day to make it perfect for you, how many hours would it be? 28? Maybe? I'm fairly happy with the amount of time I have in each day. I would maybe just like a little bit longer. I want a little bit more sleep, maybe a little bit longer to get things done. 28, maybe. That might be fine. What mode of transportation have you never tried? Sadly, an airplane. I've come very close to flying on a plane, but I've never been in an airplane. I've been in canoes. I think I've been on a boat on a lake, but I don't think I've been on a ship either. So I have never been outside the country of the United States, but I've been to quite a few states. So I've traveled very far. I've lived in a few places, but I've never been outside the United States on a plane or a boat or a ship specifically. But I would like to travel by a plane. We're almost done here. Wow, this went a lot longer, and I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you're leaving your answers down below. What is the best random act of kindness you ever witnessed? Someone paying for my drink, I guess. Someone paying for my drink and honey bun at a store, I guess. That's really all I've ever seen specifically. What do you like best about yourself? I don't want to be egotistical. I like the fact that I'm not egotistical, and I'm not going to answer that question by bragging about myself. I like that. Okay, yeah, we can leave it at that. There's things I like about myself, but I'm not going to brag. Where's the next place you want to visit? Literally freaking anywhere. Next. What are the... Okay, I have to say something other than that. I would like to travel to the Netherlands to kind of get a touristy thing of the sand hill where the Sand Marble Rally is made. I would like to go back down south again, maybe to visit some of the rest of my family. But yeah, really anywhere. Even the local trips that I'm not even getting to do anymore because of COVID. I just wish this would go away, and I'm expecting it to after the election in at least some capacity. Oh, I skipped past one. I didn't mean to do that. Are you a planner or more of a go with whatever happens when it comes to travel? Kind of a little bit of both. I like to have an idea that so things are not out of control and I'm not lost, but sometimes I wind up being lost. And then when that happens, I have to kind of have fun and go with whatever happens. I just don't want to ever be totally lost. That would be frightening. Okay, we are about done. 3 more. We're going to do 3 more. What is something that you learned from simply watching a stranger? How am I supposed to know that? I learned about Judaism? I don't know. I honestly did kind of talk to some people on a train trip when I was little. But when you're by yourself, what do you usually think about? Lots of things. My channel, different types of content that I need to make or want to try to make. Songs that are stuck in my head. Songs are stuck in my head all the time. That's probably what it is. And last one. If each person had a warning label, what would yours say? What would mine say? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Good one to finish on. My label would say, warning, unpredictable? I guess I'll stick with that. Because that doesn't sound bad. I feel like, yeah, okay, I'm sticking with that. Warning, unpredictable. And that's the whole point of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This went on a little longer, but I did really enjoy this video and the environment I'm in right now, and I hope you did too. If you like this video and you'd like to see more and my regular content, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, do whatever. You guys are amazing. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, did you think I forgot about this? Well, honestly, yes, I did. I forgot that there was this question that I needed to come back to, and that was, what do you find extremely difficult that most people find simple? And the answer to that is talking to people on the phone. I'm great with people in person, but I'm always very uncomfortable talking to people on the phone. That's my answer. And once again, I hope you have a great day. Bye.